Good American Family trailer Grey's Anatomy's Ellen Pompeo leads a very different kind of drama. The first trailer for Good American Family previews a very different role for the star Ellen Pompeo. The Hulu original series is led by Grey's Anatomy's Pompeo, along with a supporting cast that includes Mark Duplass, Imogen Faith Reed, Sarayu Blue, Dule Hill, Azriel Dahlman, and Ayas Dahlman. The miniseries focuses on a Midwestern family who adopts a child that they believe to be a girl with dwarfism. When the tabloids catch on to something sinister, potentially afoot, the family winds up in a courtroom battle. Now, Hulu has released the trailer for Good American Family. The trailer begins with Pompeo's Christine Barnett discussing her life's purpose. She then gets a phone call from an adoption agency about a little girl with dwarfism who is looking for a home. The family adopts this girl, Natalia, who they have heard was given back by another adopted family. The family bonds with Natalia, but soon things go awry as certain details about Natalia's past look suspicious and start to think that she may not be who she says she is. While it's Pompeo's new role outside Grey's Anatomy, the story may look familiar based on the previews. That's because the 2009 psychological horror movie Orphan covered a similar story about a young Russian girl who was adopted by an American family, only for the twist to be that she was an adult with dwarfish posing as a child. However, the Hulu miniseries is still different since it's based on a true story about the Natalie Grace case. In fact, the horror movie predates Natalie's story since she wasn't adopted until the spring of 2010, months after the film's release. The tonal difference is key since the trailer for Good American Family reveals tensions on multiple levels. Firstly, there are legal challenges as the Barnett family starts to suspect that Natalia might have stolen someone's identity and be impersonating a young girl. There are additional external threats when Child Protective Services are called on the family, and the safety of the children is called into question. These threats will plague the Barnett family as their seemingly good adoption goes south. Grey's Anatomy is by far Pompeo's most well-known show, but Good American Family looks starkly different from that series. While Meredith Grey is hard-working and level-headed, Christine Barnett appears to have an intense personality driven by emotion. This is a great chance for Pompeo to show off her range in a role outside of Grey's Anatomy. All will be revealed as Good American Family premieres on March 19. These words linger like smoke at the end of the newly released trailer for Good American Family, and just like that, Ellen Pompeo is back. But don't expect scalpels, scrubs, or the hallowed halls of Grey Sloan Memorial. This time, she trades hospital corridors for hardwood floors, medical jargon for secrets whispered behind manicured hedges, and it's a transformation as unexpected as it is riveting. A perfect family, on paper. Set in an affluent, sun-drenched California suburb, Good American Family introduces us to the Whitmores, a picture-perfect clan nestled behind white fences and expensive smiles. Ellen Pompeo stars as Madeline Whitmore, a former lawyer turned full-time mother who has built her world on structure, image, and control. Her husband, Charles, played by Dermot Mulroney, is a tech entrepreneur on the verge of a billion-dollar IPO. Their 3 children attend private school, speak Mandarin fluently, and have social media pages more curated than an art gallery. But in the opening seconds of the trailer, we know something's not right. The music pulses low and slow. The camera lingers too long on a bloody fingerprint on a crystal wine glass. Madeline's expression flickers as she greets her neighbor. Something is festering beneath the surface. Pompeo unleashed. After nearly 2 decades as Meredith Grey, the iconic, emotionally bruised, endlessly resilient heart of Grey's Anatomy, Ellen Pompeo sinks her teeth into a character who is polished, performative, and profoundly complicated. Gone is the raw vulnerability of Grey. In its place is something colder, more calculating, and yet human. Pompeo's Madeline is not a villain, though the trailer tempts us to think so. She's a mother trying to hold her family together as it threatens to unravel. She's a woman who spent her life trying to outrun her past, only to find it catching up with a vengeance. As the trailer escalates, we see glimpses. Madeline digging in her garden with an urgency that suggests more than tomatoes. a tear-streaked confession in a church pew, a bloodied scarf shoved into a fireplace. It's Desperate Housewives meets Big Little Lies, with a pulse of Hitchcockian suspense, and Pompeo is its beating, brittle heart. Secrets, lies, and suburbia. The trailer is a masterclass in tension. It opens on a 4th of July barbecue, the quintessential tableau of American normalcy. Children chase each other with sparklers. A flag flutters. Madeline flips burgers while sipping rosé. But the scene is undercut by a dissonant string section and an ominous voiceover. Every family has its cracks. Ours just runs a little deeper. From there, the trailer careens through a cascade of tightly edited scenes. A PTA meeting turned verbal showdown, a late-night phone call laced with panic, a police cruiser parked just outside the Whitmore home. There's a mysterious neighbor, played by Thandua Newton, who seems to know too much. A teenage daughter, newcomer Ava Mackenzie, whose rebellion may be more than hormonal. A secret ledger. A missing friend. A gun in a jewelry box. And always at the center, Madeline, composed, cracking, dangerous. Pompeo's reinvention. Good American Family marks Pompeo's first lead role post-Grey's Anatomy, and it's clear she's arrived with something to prove. Not to us, perhaps, but to herself. After 19 seasons, she stepped away from Grey's with legacy status intact, but many wondered, what comes next for the woman who lived inside Meredith Grey for nearly 2 decades? This is what comes next. In interviews, Pompeo has described the role of Madeline as deeply unsettling and deliciously complex. She wanted to play someone who isn't easily likable, who makes mistakes, who manipulates, who lies. We've seen the messy man as hero a million times, she said in a recent Vanity Fair feature. Why not the messy woman? Good American Family doesn't offer easy archetypes. Madeline isn't the suffering wife, the noble mother, the scorned woman. She's something murkier, and that's what makes her captivating. A family affair or a war zone. The trailer offers a glimpse into a twisted dynamic. Charles Whitmore may be successful, but his charm feels increasingly performative. Is he cheating, abusive, or just oblivious? Their children, especially eldest daughter Isabel, have secrets of their own. In one chilling flash, we see Isabel standing over a laptop, mouth slightly open, eyes wide in horror. What did she see? What did she find? There's talk of a woman who vanished 5 years ago. A business deal gone wrong. A set of documents Madeline hides in a hollowed-out cookbook. The line between protecting a family and destroying one becomes blurrier by the second. The team behind the madness. Good American Family is the brainchild of showrunner Mara Veva. Sharp objects, The Morning Show, and it shows. The aesthetics are crisp and glossy, the pacing relentless, the characters walking contradictions. Behind the camera, Oscar-winning cinematographer Rachel Morrison, Mudbound, lends a saturated, sun-drenched palette that makes every smile seem just a bit too bright, every shadow too long. The writing is razor-sharp, at least judging by the trailer's snippets. One stand-up moment sees Madeline staring into a mirror, whispering, "You want to survive? Then you learn to lie. And you learn to smile while you're doing it." Chills. A new chapter. A new queen of drama. For longtime Grey's Anatomy fans, seeing Pompeo in this new light may be jarring, but also exhilarating. She carries with her the gravitas of years spent navigating heartbreak, loss, and impossible choices on Thursday nights. But now she channels that emotional intelligence into a woman who has already made all the wrong choices and is just trying to keep the house from burning down. Literally, maybe. We'll have to wait for the full season to know what Madeline Whitmore is truly hiding, or who she might destroy to protect her version of the American dream. But one thing is clear. Ellen Pompeo is not playing it safe. She's leading a very different kind of drama now. And we are absolutely here for it.